teams went down. Also, college football still some, I guess, questioning going on in Lexington.
Yeah, I seen where they was questioning Stoops and all that.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm a ride with him until he's no longer there. That's just who I am.
I listen. At the end of the day, you have built your reputation over beating teams like Florida. And you have took that next step over Florida and South Carolina, and now it's tough situation because you're losing to these teams, and now Kentucky, they're fine with making a bowl, and every 5 years, getting 8 to 10 win season. But what they can't handle is the 4 and 5 loss seasons, and that's what we're staring at right now.
Yeah, I mean, you really are, but you got to see the games that we also played close too. I mean, there were several games we played close, and we just didn't get it done. But the teams that's beating us, they're pretty darn good. Vandy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who else did we get beat by?
Yeah, well,
Georgia,
Bama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina.
Now, right, these guys is pretty good also. My thing is, I think that a lot has to do with, I guess, how we're using our play calling.
That's the issue. The way, like the Georgia game, should have never lost that game. Well, not saying should have never lost it, because you should have lost it. But at the end of the day, they had their opportunities,
right.
And Stoops' conservative play calling continues to bite Kentucky in the butt.
Yeah, I agree. There's several. There's questions about it, but people blame it on Stoops. Like, how do you blame it on Stoops whenever you got a guy that's calling the plays that's making around $400,000 or $500,000?
Well, what I think's going on in Lexington is, you take a look. Stoops has been through 7, 8 offense coordinators, and everybody's saying, you go and look at Shannon Dawson. Shannon Dawson had a blistering hot offense coming to Kentucky, stellar at best. Eddie Grant, same way. Then you had Liam Cohen. Now he's the hottest name in professional football, maybe the next head coach. And then you go and look this year. I mean, it's a situation where all these offense coordinators come to Kentucky and they underperform, and they're saying that Stoops will not let them call the plays in tough situations.
Well, if that's the case, that's all on him.
Yeah.
I know, you as a head coach, you do have that say so. But myself, my coach is going to coach. I do what I do, they do what they do.
Well, this year's team, we're always used to having that big blue wall, the big offensive line, where you can, if you're on the 2-yard line, you can pound it in.
Yeah.
Well, this year we don't have that, so you're going to have to get a little trickery, and Stoops still wanting to play that style of football when it's just not happening. And when you see all these other teams, you see the Alabamas, the LSUs, the Georgias that have, they've molded themselves to the team that they got, and it's allowing them to, have better offenses, and they don't look as stagnant as what Kentucky's looking.
Right.
That's the thing. Kentucky just the style. We got a top-rated offense. We got probably the best receivers room that we've ever had in the Stoops era, and we just cannot move the football. We got 5 or 6 SEC touchdowns since the beginning of the year. 5 or 6 touchdowns.
My thing is just from experience. The number 1 offensive lineman in the state of West Virginia, his name is Robbie Martin. Really close friend with my nephew.
Yeah.
He absolutely loved Kentucky. I took him down there personally. I told him personally about this young man, how much he loved Kentucky, this and that. He has all these offers from everybody except Kentucky. And he went on or whatever. They never did, reach back out to him, whatever. Stellar. He's at North Carolina State. He had offers from West Virginia, Tennessee, all of them.
But couldn't get one from Kentucky.
But couldn't get one from Kentucky. You know, so what I'm saying is, you know, maybe I should have went to the big dog about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't speak to him about it.
No.
You know, I told someone else that I knew. You know, and they said, yeah, they was looking at him, I mean, the kid passed everything. I mean, he was cleared. Everything was good. No character issues.
Yeah.
I mean, a great young man. You know, they continue to lose kids like that. Like, you know, the one big kid that came from Huntington went on to Tennessee.
Yeah.
The right
Yeah.
kid. You know, he also liked Kentucky. You know, so and so I don't know where they at whenever they're recruiting linemen and stuff like that. Because I know Big Dog ain't really recruit linemen like that. But I do know that they could have got a freaking Big Dog within Robbie, and he was close to home, Huntington native. You know, he didn't want to stay. He wanted to go to Kentucky. That was his dream school. You know, but they never gave him the time of day. So that's a little bit of the insight. I don't know.
Kind of reminds me of something about 6 years ago when they could have had the best defensive lineman in the state and passed on him. And Raekwon Horton.
Yeah. I mean, and that Solomon had to do with the D-line coach that was there.
Yeah.
He, you know, he felt, and as soon as that happened, he left.
Yeah.
They fired him.
Yeah.
They fired him.
He deserved to be.
They
after
fired him
missing on
mid-season.
that.
You know, so.
And listen. At the end of the day, that line has not been the same since Schlarman passed. No. You know,
and I'm gonna tell you this: is if John was there, Robbie would have been there 1,000%. Like me and John was like that. Like he was. I mean, I can remember he come all the way to Phelps when I was at Phelps, knowing we didn't have nobody that can play. He come up there just to give an opportunity to recruit the kids and things like that, you know. And I mean, he was just a freaking awesome dude. Like that's one of my brothers, you know. And they still in search of trying to get a coach and a recruiter like him, but they haven't. I mean,
I agree.
They're in search. They just haven't been able to do it.
Well, the tough situation there, and staying with a Kentucky boy, reports coming out. Neil Brown may be out of Morgantown after this year.
I did hear some things on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, it doesn't matter, man. They're having fun at the tailgates.
That's what he says. Says as long as they're having fun.
I can't say too much. We was up here at the Midget League games, and my buddy come up to me, was like, we're trying to get Neil Brown out of here, and he was like, if you keep on losing, we're gonna get you out of here too. Wow. I was like, whoa, at least y'all gave Neil 8 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
This is my second year, so. Hopefully they'll try to keep me around these parts.
Listen, there's too much young talent around. You better hold on to that. Well, that brings me interesting this weekend. All of a sudden it's crazy how people come out of the woodworks whenever. When you start slipping, how people come out of the woodworks that you think's on your side. Oh, yeah. I was watching a ball game this weekend where some people took shots at you that you've always helped, and so it's got to be hard as a coach to see that when you're beloved when you're winning, but the second that things start going that way, all of a sudden people that you never thought turn their backs.
Oh yeah, man. And being a coach, I'm used to it, of course.
Thick skin.
At the same time, but you never forget those people. And not only that, people always try to say, well, Mingo recruits, they do this, they do that. I couldn't tell you how many people has been in my parents and my players' inboxes trying to get them away from here. Yep. These so-called big dog schools and they're doing this and doing that. But they're in our kids' inbox. And, I made a post the other day. Ask them how many kids are they getting to college.
Yeah.
At the end, I know these colleges ain't worried about no freaking state titles and this and that. They worry about them grades and if this kid can play at the next level.
Say it all the time.
Hey, and then on top of that, put me up against anybody in the state of Kentucky or West Virginia whenever it comes to putting kids to college. Anybody.
I do remember
anybody.
Your first year as a head coach, you put more kids in college in Phelps, Kentucky than all three of the powers combined.
Like I said, anybody. Put me up against anybody. You know, when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, I want to see my guys go off to college and get an education and win me a state title. That crap's gonna come.
Yeah.
You know, that'll come whenever it comes. But I never got into coaching for state titles or publicity for myself or, you know, anything like that. And I don't even have to coach. I've done what I need to do in life, you know, and my whole goal is to see my guys off, to get them to college, to make sure that they go off and get an education and come back to Mingo County and make it a better place. That's that simple, you know.
Janice Roden says they better keep David Jones. You don't want this woman loose on them. As you sit there and look, though, just very, very tough situation when you see what's going on Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Things ain't great. Here in Kentucky and West Virginia right now, and that even goes down to the NAIA level. Just a lot of teams struggling right now, and be interesting to see when things will get back to where they need to be, because at the end of the day, I do think Kentucky landing Quisenberry definitely saved them, got Stoops a little bit of breathing room.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a huge to keep a kid like that in state.
Yep.
And not only in state, you took him from a guy that he came from his hometown. Neil Brown is from Boyle County. Of course, you got all the connections there. But he took him from a guy that, from his hometown. So, I mean, Quisenberry is smart by going to Kentucky, staying in Kentucky.
I agree 100%.
And I'm talking about NIL deals, so forth and so on.
He's a rock star in Kentucky.
He is a rock star. He sure is.
In West Virginia, listen, he's going to be good, but he'll never reach where he could reach at Kentucky. But that brings us to UPike. UPike played Union this week. KJ, give us the rundown on the score and MVP of the game.
UPike won 62-35. Player of the game was Lee Kirkland, 322 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 37 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, Lee Kirkland is one of the best quarterbacks in NAIA, period. Yeah. This is a kid that, if he keeps playing like he is, you could see him possibly going to combines.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's that good. So if you guys have not seen the UPike Bears, they're clicking now. They had a very slow start.
Right.
First 5-6 weeks they was dropping games like it was nobody's business. And
they
now,
was close games too, though.
Yeah, they was all close.
Yeah.
So you could tell something. They was just something off. Well, it looks like Coach Phipps has got that adjustment made.
Yeah.
Right now, Bears, they've won back-to-back weeks now.
I think 3.
I think
3 in a row.
Yeah.
So, big deal for the Bears. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to give you the double quick player of the week as well as the Mingy Beef Jerky primetime performance. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
October is National Dental Hygiene Month. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated Little Flower Dental Clinic. We're raising awareness about the importance of oral health and dental hygiene practices. See our dental hygienist, Jamie Hertz, for cleanings, screenings, x-ray, and hygiene education. We accept most major insurances, Medicare and Medicaid, and we even offer a sliding fee scale. 606-487-9505. Little Flower Dental Clinic, 279 East Main Street in Hazard.
It's a celebration, and you're the guest of honor. It's Kimber's 61st anniversary sale. We're celebrating 61 years of our family serving your family with incredible store-wide savings. The whole store's on sale, but you can take an extra 10% off the lowest marked sale price on everything you buy, or get up to 72 months, 6 full years interest-free. It's only at your favorite Kimber store.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Back here on Crunch Time, David Jones to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy and producer KJ on the boards. Hit that like and share button, guys. Get them numbers up. We see David Thompson, Coach David Thompson from the Tulsa Rebels says, "Hey guys."
What's up, my man?
Joe Kinzer says, "No David Jones on the mountain means no Joe Kinzer, legend out," he says.
Hey, listen, we're a package deal, though.
Yep, there you go. The Brittany Maynard says, "Woo, y'all preaching. David, keep being you. This is why Jacob Maynard wanted to come play for you, because he knows things run deeper than those titles."
It does.
And Thomas Nairn says, "Love David Jones. Need more people like him, comfortable in his own skin." Destiny Coleman says, "Everything is going to be just fine on the mountain." Janice Roden, "They better keep David Jones. They don't want this woman turned loose on them." So
that was just my buddy playing around. I was mostly talking about those as taking shots at my kids and trying to steal my kids and stuff, and they don't understand how much loyalty we have here with each other, and I have with my parents, and you know, and understanding, you know, it's more than winning a game. Let's get these kids to college. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So if they can continue to do it, I'm just going to report them.
Yeah. Not blame
I mean, it's just that simple. You know, I report them and then I put them out there. I mean, it is what it is. And granted, kids is going to go where they want to go.
Yeah.
I do. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
I don't hate on that.
Yeah.
If a kid wanted to leave tomorrow and wanted to go somewhere, I would be the first one to help them.
Yeah.
And wouldn't hold that against them. It is what it is, you know. So, you know, and it's up to their parents. You know, if they feel the grass is greener on the other side, go try it, you know. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And but, you know, it's neat to see how the tides turn.
Hey, it turned quick. But like, hey, I was the next statue, you know. That's
definitely true.
It's funny. But if I wanted to please everybody, I'd be an ice cream truck driver.
There you go.
You know, and I'm not.
Yep. Well, that brings us here, guys. A big week in football. None bigger than our Double Quick Player of the Week. Take a look at these stats.
Logan Stumbo of Prestonburg had 26 tackles, 3 for loss, and 1 interception.
He's a stud.
He may be the most underrated defensive player in the state.
That's not, but that, you honestly though, that is like, that do not surprise me.
No.
That don't surprise me at all. And I think I seen one of his coaches had put out, you know, his work ethic and all that, and how he watched film. That kid can play at the next level. If he's watching film now and is dedicated like that in the weight room and film, that's those qualities you can't teach as a coach.
No.
You got to have that, you know. And big kudos to Stumbo, man. I'm a big fan of his.
You're 100% right. The kid, his motor is unreal. You know, when you take a look, like this kid, he checks all the boxes off. You know, and you know, be honest with you, I didn't know he would always get to that spot. You know, because you know there was a couple of years where I was worried about what direction he would end up heading. Well, he headed in the right direction. He's a big reason why Prestonsburg's where they're at. Yeah. So that brings us to our Mingy Beef Jerky primetime performers.
Luke Featheroff, Lawrence County, 11 and 12 passing, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 carries for 11 yards and 1 touchdown. Jace Manning, he Fairview, right?
Yep.
From Fairview, 9 of 13, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 11 carries, 112 yards, a touchdown, and also had 7 tackles. Preston May, I was at this game, had a heck of a game. 17 of 21, 253 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Zach McCourt keeps tearing up yards there. 11 carries, 325 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
32 and a half yards a carry.
He's got more yards in 2 games than most kids get in a season.
Wow.
Yep.
And I was up at the Fairview Phelps game, and got to see that in person.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to get some info on some Phelps kids that we wasn't being able to look at and stuff, and I was just so happy got to see that, but I wasn't very welcomed up there by a certain person in Phelps. So,
Oh, wow.
So I left.
Yeah, I thought you was the mayor of Phelps there for a minute.
Everybody else except for this one person.
We'll have to talk about that when we go to commercial break.
I forgot to tell you about that one. It was very unique.
And Logan.
I chose not to eat nothing from the concession stand.
Oh, okay. I think I got you.
Yeah.
Well, as you sitting there looking, Joe Kinza says Stumbo's right outside the top 10 in tackles right now. Yeah, that reminds me. Logan Stumbo, 26 tackles. I think that might be the leader in the D&D era. I don't think I've ever seen 26 in the D&D era.
And let me tell you this, and too. Fairview has a running back. He was number 3. Is a stud. He got out. I guess shined by that QB. QB was good, but this running back, Darryl, that they have, I mean, absolutely. His name is number 3, and he was everywhere. He's an absolute stud. And I watched him, listened to him on defense. He was very encouraging to his teammates. I mean, there was so much there, and he impressed me like no other. There's another cat on Phelps's team. What was it, number 11 maybe? I think he's a Fields. He's just a sophomore, I think, and he really caught my eye also. I wish I got to stay a little longer to continue watching them, but they had several guys on the team that caught my eye that I like to try to get them some publicity or whatever. But they had several guys on that team. But that running back from Fairview, he really caught my eye, man. He's really good.
Well, and when you sit there and look, and by the way, the kid you're talking about, David, his name is Xavier Coons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Xavier Coons.
Stud.
Looks like he has 322 rushing yards on the season with 3 TDs. But when you sit here and look,
he had 4 alone up there the other night.
Yeah. Well, he's when it's sitting here, he's got a definitely looks like that he's just now they're starting to work him.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I was about to say it's kind of odd we ain't heard. I mean, when I tell you,
I've never heard of him.
Dude, he was a stud. Now, quarterback, he did his thing too. Don't get me wrong. And I was glad I was able to watch him in person. He's a stud too.
Xavier Coons.
Yeah, but
remember the name.
He really caught my eye.
But Stumbo, 26 tackles. The only person that I remember more than that's Cliff Wallace, who had 32 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In one game?
Against Breathitt. Is he? The 32 and a half against Breathitt County.
Wow.
Big game for him in high school, but you got now.
Joe Kinzer, Xavier Coons for Fairview, 850 yards total offense and 66 tackles.
Yeah, so they didn't add his new yards on there yet.
That's what I was saying. This cat was. I mean, Darryl. I was beyond impressed. Put it that way.
Well, he's got as you sit here and look, right now tacklers, is definitely. Where it's at in the mountain right now, because you got Crayson Lafferty, you got Logan Stumbo, you got Hunter Hilton, Trying to think, there was another kid that jumped up there. You got a couple kids from Pikeville that's putting up big numbers. I mean, these kids, I don't know what it is, but tackle numbers are definitely higher than they've been in a long time in the mountains across the board.
Yeah.
So that brings us to, as we will take, well, actually, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and dive into last week's games. So we'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Hi everybody, Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
If you want to make your dream home come true, call Solid Rock Development today. Check out some of these interior and exterior jobs they've done over the past few years. Solid Rock Development is making custom dream homes come true at a great price. Family owned, family operated, and faith backed. Give us a call today at Solid Rock Development.
Come on down to Morecrosser, 1523 West Avenue here in Williamson, West Virginia, where we've got great deals going on right now on all of our new and pre-owned inventory. Guys, we got rates as low as 0% on 36 months on select units, as well as up to $8,000 off in rebates on select units as well. We have Wranglers, Compasses, Grand Cherokees, second and third roll. We also have the Wagoneers. We have Rams 2500s, 1500s. We've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Come on down, check us out here at Morecrosser. Well, we're not here to sell your car. We're here to help you buy one.
If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Burgee, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones. And we are back here on Crunch Time. David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ, as we're getting caught up on some interesting takes here during it. Kara and Will says, congratulations, Stumbo, pure stud. Joe Kinzer says Stumbo is just outside the top 10 in tackles right now. Jimmy Johnson says the Kentucky basketball that we grew up watching and loved is back. Yes, they are, Jimmy. The Bradley Dameron says May and Vance combined for 11 TD passes this weekend and play each other tomorrow. So the Preston May and Caden Vance.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a great matchup.
And then James Dameron says, just finished watching a great football game. Pikeville's 5th and 6th grade game beat Johnson Central 30-28 in overtime. Wow, big game there.
Oh, wow, that's a big win for him.
6th grade, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Barry Crumb's boy plays on that squad.
That's a big-time win for him, though.
Yeah, huge. And then, let's see, Jimmy Johnson says it's time to go watch Pikeville Junior High beat Betsy Lane now. Said, I like the Bobcats, but they're not going to be able to stop Pikeville. You got to watch that this weekend. And I tell you, Eli Mitchell is a problem. That kid's going to be a freak at the high school level. The QB.
Yeah. For Betsy Lane.
Yeah. He is just big.
Yeah,
and physical.
I really liked how he controlled the game. I liked their running back also, but I really liked that QB. He was special.
He is the son of Jared Darryl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know Jared. He was the head coach of the middle school also, because he was. Yeah, he was the head coach of them.
I didn't know it.
Yeah, he coached them and everything. He was right there coaching them and everything. So I didn't know that. They got to be tough.
Wow,
coaching. Head coach of high school and then head coach of the middle school. That's tough.
Absolutely.
But they got it done, though.
Yeah, listen, whatever it was, it worked, because they knocked off Belfry in Pond Creek. Yeah. Big win for the Bobcats when nobody thought they'd have a chance.
Yeah. What happened was, and is taking nothing from Betsy Lane at all, they capitalized on a lot of mistakes. that Belfry made. They capitalized, and it was at the most crucial moments ever. And then they controlled the clock well. You know, it was some good football.
Joe Kinder says get to Naugatuck early tomorrow. It's going to be swamped.
Yep.
So as we sit here, that brings up this past week's games. Let's dive into it. Throw it up, KJ.
Shelby Valley 24, Betsy Lane 19, and we caught that right here on the show.
Yep. And we all picked Valley, didn't we?
Yep. Darryl took Betsy Lane. He said,
because they gonna score at the end. You sure did.
Dave had it, Shelby Valley, and Dale said that.
Yep. You sure did. I'm glad you caught that. Yep. I was gonna let him get away.
That's tough. You know, Betsy Lane. Everybody knew Shelby Valley's offense. They got a top-notch offense. It was just their defense was the question, and for them to be able to slow Betsy Lane down like that was a huge win.
Yeah.
And not only that, that gives them first place in district.
Yeah.
So they wrap up the district championship with that.
That is true.
Yeah.
They won 2 in a row, and I've heard from some of our really good connections in Shelby Valley that they've got a bunch of kids back that's been out since the beginning of the season. They're getting them healthy. Probably, I know that.
You can see why but they got the studs there. I mean, they got receivers. Offensively, I think they could score with anybody.
Right.
But defensively is where they've struggled. So, looks like the other night they done a great job holding Betsy Lane to what was the final?
19.
Yeah, 19.
24-19.
Yeah, so the hats off to Tyler Johnson and the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Belfry 42, Estill County 6.
I knew that was going. I knew that.
Yeah, big win.
Boyd County 49, Round 13.
I knew that was going to happen.
Pike Central 40, East Ridge 8.
And I think that Darryl picked East Ridge.
I did. That was my upset.
Yep.
I thought East Ridge would give them a better fight.
Well, Knuckles was back this game.
Well, I'm sure he had a full head of steam and ready to release as he had set out 2 games. But, I just thought that East Ridge, I thought Burdine would give them a tougher fight than that. But, they really struggled. 8 points, that's rough.
That is.
And we'll get to watch East Ridge tomorrow against Shelby Valley here on the D&D Sports Network.
Yep.
Jackson County 34, Morgan County 14.
I
call that.
We all called that one.
Yeah. They was a half-point favorite in that.
Yeah.
Johnson Central 67, Greenup 42.
Ooh, hold up. Jimmy Johnson said Knuckles was at running back from what he heard. What?
So
Knuckles was at running back.
wow.
I heard that the kid that they put in for Knuckles, that they really liked at the QB position.
I like him. I think it gives them another dimension. I think with their offense and the way that it's set up, I think that other quarterback is more athletic. So I think it allows them to do a little more because, listen, they don't have the best offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles, he's a pocket passer. The kid's going to sit back, show off that big arm, or he's going to run the football.
Yeah.
And when you don't have a good offensive line or a great offensive line, that's going to cause you problems when you're trying to do that stuff. So when you get a quarterback a little more athletic, he can open some stuff up.
Right.
Lucas Varney is the quarterback's name.
Okay.
Greenup County 42, Johnson Central 67.
That Greenup County scored with them. You couldn't at the end of the day. Gave up a little bit more.
You give up 300-some yards.
Yeah. Well, in that game right there, if you go back and look at the stats, Johnson Central didn't throw the ball one time in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Not one time did they attempt to throw the ball.
Bradley County 55, Leslie 21.
We called that one.
Yeah.
We picked that one.
Yeah.
East Carter 41, Lewis County 12.
Picked that one too.
Yeah.
Martin County 49, Knott Central 0.
Yeah. That one, that's just the case where Notch strength of schedule really showed up in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, they've not, they have a really good record. And listen, hats off to them because they're winning the games they're supposed to.
Right.
And that's all you can ask for when you're in a, rebuilding phase like Notch.
Hats off to them.
Yeah, and they got some big dogs on that team too.
Yeah.
Shane Gibson, Jay Sandberg. I mean, that's a very talented football team. They got some Jimmys and Joes.
Yeah.
It's just, at the end of the day, it's a different level of football when you step up to a Martin County and teams like that.
Pikeville 41, Paintsville 0.
That went the way I thought it would. Paintsville, man, not having A.J. Johnson really hurts them.
Oh, yeah. We saw that firsthand.
Yeah. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but, they're one of the roughest football teams I've seen this year, and they're light years difference from when they had A.J. Johnson.
Right.
That just tells you, and
it's hard though.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, exactly. You know it more than anybody, and I just say be patient with Coach Hoskins.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you have a man in like that and willing to stand within the fire and still pushing and coaching,
he's a good quarterback, or he's a good coach.
Absolutely, and a good quarterback.
Yeah, that too.
Graceland 28, Paris 14.
Hey, Paris played them.
Yeah,
Paris played them, man. But I knew it would come down to coaching.
Yeah.
And once that happened, I just know.
Well, Paris, did they lose a lot from last year?
They got about everybody back.
Wow. Well,
they got about everything back.
Rams fans got to be happy where they're at right now.
Absolutely.
Letcher Central 52, Perry Central 7. We all lost this game. We did not see this one coming.
I was there during this one, and listen.
What happened?
Well, first of all, let's take a look at the highlights. Combs in the backfield, hand it to him again, and why not?
Combs says, "Give me the ball and get out of the way."
Right to horse coach.
It is. Shotgun. Holbrook.
He's looking downfield, coach.
Holbrook.
Nah, he's got a man.
Wow.
Touchdown, Cougars!
Big time throw.
Puts a man in motion. Quentin Williams. He's going to roll to the right, coach. If he runs, there it is. That's what I was going to say. He had a lot of space. Touchdown, Cougars! Man in motion. Oh, nice play call, and they got it, I think.
That is it. I'm like, dude, I thought we were, kind of like the NWO.
No,
intercepted,
pick six. Touchdown, Cougars!
Momentum.
Oh, he passes, coach.
Nice.
Nice job.
I'm telling you.
Coach. He's got Garrett Howard and Quentin Williams. Hands it off to Howard. Howard, nice job. Gets in. Touchdown, Cougars. One of the biggest tournaments. There is a nice punt. No, he's a fake punt, coach. Letcher, little trickery there. He's still on his feet. Across the 30, coach. What a play. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. And as you sit there and look at them highlights right there, listen, this game right here, not putting anybody on blast, but there was one particular player that, David, I'm not kidding. The kid probably had double-digit penalties, and it was like every other down, it was unsportsmanlike conduct, late hit, unnecessary roughness. And it then got so frustrated, it was getting offside calls because they were just trying to beat the play. And it was you hate it because I know Coach Dixon was pulling his hair out. But if you remember, me and you was at a game last year where the same thing happened with Perry. That's something that, listen, before I let that go on, I'm putting the JV kids in, and I'm saying, hey,
I don't care.
Let's roll with them.
You got to bench them, especially if it's a personal thing, you know, or not only that, if it's like, you know, just a discipline thing.
Yeah.
If it's a discipline thing, you know, you gotta eliminate it immediately, or you know, you're gonna mess up your whole program.
You're 100% correct.
You know, and I would rather put in someone that maybe isn't as good as him or whoever, than leave him in, and then it just mess up the whole morale.
Yeah, that was it. It was messing up the morale of the team, because you could tell, like, some players was playing their tails off, and every time they were just like, "Are you kidding me?" You know. And by the end of the game, it just took the fight out of them.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a very rough game. And listen, the fans. I love Perry Central. It's one of my favorite places to go cover a game. I love the community, love the atmosphere, but the fans was on the officials. At the end of the day, the officials don't have anything to do with unsportsmanlike conduct or with late hits, you know, with stuff like that. That's not on the officials.
Yeah.
You know, and there was a lot of flopping going on, trying to bait calls, and you know, just it was a hard game to watch unless you was a Cougars fan, because the Cougars offense, dude, listen, Gunnar Holbrook showed everybody why he is a star quarterback. This kid, back from a broken back, David, you seen, you know, he showed shades of Landry Collette in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have no question whether next year he's going to be the Landry Collette of the mountains. He's going to be the one everybody's looking at every week to see what his stats were. KJ, you got his stats on the game.
Yeah, Gunnar was 10 of 12 passing, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 5 times for 36 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, 10 of 12 passing. You know, and it was, you know, he was throwing balls downfield. And the interesting thing is, dude, he's got one of the best receiving cores that nobody talks about in the mountains. Brett Smith and Gavin Brown, they was going up and getting the ball at its highest point, and I mean, I'm talking multiple plays that they was just going up Randy Mossing it. You know, I mean, this Letcher team, Junior Matthews, he's got something right now. I mean, this team is clicking.
That's big time. Which I thought they was, you know, whenever we was over at the Valley game. The human joystick.
Yeah. Gavin Brown. Yeah.
So I've always thought that was a good win for Junior though.
Russell 42, Bath County 8.
Russell's still clicking, man. This Russell team, you know, and Bath County, I was worried about that, man. I said after that West Carter game, you know, that was kind of their Super Bowl. They was looking for that one win, is what Bath County was doing. They're looking for that one win. And then they're like, yeah, we beat them. You know, it'd give us something to build off from. Now
that was a big win too.
Now let's relax. Yeah.
West Carter 40, Fleming County 14.
We called that one.
Yeah.
Even myself called that.
I was about to say, because you picked Fleming.
Darryl picked Fleming County. Tulsa 50, Buffalo 8.
Yeah, I called that one too. Coach got them rolling, man. This Tulsa team is back to Tulsa.
Well, now here's the thing. They've got that lot like Knott Central. Got to see them win a meaningful game now. You know?
And I get that, but you know them not having.
I mean, the way that they're beating a team, you can tell they're good.
Yeah,
but
you got to understand the rebuild.
Yeah.
So they play Wayne. If they play Wayne like they did with Wayne's Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They played Tug without 3 of their starters or 4 of their starters, something like that, and they played them close like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to see a full steam, you know, Tulsa Tug game, and we may get to see it in the playoff.
Yeah, the good chance you will get to see it. And listen, I'm not.
Them games are just fun to watch because they're big. They're more
big rivals.
Than us.
Yeah. I'm a huge Tulsa fan. I mean, I know they're good, but they're not. Tulsa will not get the respect from the people outside of Glen Hayes until they beat until they get a meaningful win. We know that they played Tug and Wayne close, but they still got to get that good win on their resume.
Yeah, but you got to understand, like, this is the second year of the rebuild.
Yeah.
And,
they're
it's
way ahead of schedule.
Yes, sir.
But it's going into the playoffs.
And I understand what you're talking about. I promise, because we had to be Independence for get respect last
that was it.
year.
Yep, same way. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
You can win games against the Vans, the Buffaloes, the like that. But if you're going to get the respect of like our voters on the top 10 and stuff, they got to get that signature win,
right.
and I think they will get it. I believe in Coach Thompson.
Yeah.
Very good coach.
Spring Valley 52, Capital 26.
We knew that.
Independence 52, Mingo 28.
That game,
tough game.
I did not get to watch it. We was calling another game, but what was it? 28-14.
No, it was 28-38 going into fourth quarter.
So the game was 38-28.
Yeah, going.
Wow.
We come back.
Yeah.
The score wasn't like it.
Yeah.
We come back. They actually called 2 of our touchdowns back.
Wow.
It was very questionable, but they haven't lost a home game since 2020. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very tough to play at Independence. But I was very proud of our guys. We fought. Jackson. Nenny Mills, he had a heck of a game. Aiden Burke had a heck of a game. Bam, he had another heck of a game too. Dylan had a heck of a game. And we had, we got some of our linemen hurt, so we got some young guys in there.
Yeah.
And, they played phenomenal. Big time ball for us. Blake Harden, he's starting to tackle for us now. He's doing some great things for us. He's about 6'4", 6'5". He's kin to Paul Sullivan and them.
Oh wow!
Yeah. But he's a big dog, man, and very proud of him and what he's been able to accomplish thus far. And we've had some guys to be able to step in and do some things for us. But I was very proud of my guys. They fought, and we didn't get the victory, but we fought.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing.
We had some dumb mistakes, and when how that goes too, but we fought.
When you show like that you can score against a team like Indy, and you can hang in there, that's got to build some morale and momentum going into that Roane County game.
Absolutely.
Because now they know we can play with anybody.
Yeah. And we believe, like they believe, we all believe we went down there and got the dub. That we don't have none of that. We don't think we can win. We think we can win every game we go into. We was actually top 16 play on the Metro, whatever. We ran a fake punt on them.
Oh, wow.
And scored. And I got to give big shout outs to Coach Salmons on that one because he seen something during the week and we put in the a little fake punt or whatever. Yeah. And it was pretty cool. We scored on it actually. Caught them off guard and scored. They was so mad. We was looking for the penalty though, because I think we ran one back. Aiden Burke ran a kickoff back. Yeah. They threw a flag and and they called it back or whatnot. We got all the way down or whatever down in the red zone, flagged us up, all that, called all that back. Then we got that in. We was like, all right, where the flag?
Yeah.
Where's it at? And but it was a good game.
That's good to see. Good to see the momentum. Good to see the confidence that you can get from a game like that. It's going to serve you well moving on to these this final stretch where you're fighting for your playoff lives.
We are. We fighting for it. And we're going to fight tooth and nails until we try to get it done.
Well, as we're sitting here, what was the next one?
Logan 6, Roane County 55. And that's who you got this week coming up, Roane, ain't they?
Yeah. 55-6 over Logan. No surprise there.
Tug Valley 48, Mount View 0.
Now we do got some highlights from this one. Let's check this out.
Here's May going to drop back. He's going to fire it out to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick gets the block, gets to the corner, and touchdown Panthers. So that quick. Here's May going to hand it to Eli again. Eli going to cut back up the middle. Eli got one man to beat. He's across the 40, the 50, the 30, and it's a foot race, and they're going to try to running down. Eli bounce for the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. As Bryson. Here's May looking, and he fires across the middle.
Joel catches it that time.
Touchdown. Here's Bosselman. Set the kick off for the Panthers, and you kick this on the ground, and it's
It's touched.
Tug Valley bounce.
Doesn't matter. That's Tug Valley's ball.
Got the football. Wow. On out of. Here's the snap. May gonna hand it to Eli. Eli gets out around the right end. Touchdown. May shotgun. Drops back, steps up in the pocket, fires over. Beautiful play on the shotgun. And he's going to fake the handoff to Eli, fires to Davis.
Oh, nice move.
Davis 10-5. There's May, fakes the handoff to Eli. Gets Davis on the fly. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's two nice moves.
And as we're sitting here looking, we're watching the Vikings and Rams game up here. Vikings up 14-13 right now on the Rams, and we will not show it again. Last time we showed it, we got kicked off YouTube for
They sure did, didn't they?
Yes, we did. So as you sit here, though, Preston made 5 touchdown performance over 300 yards. The kid done that in less than 3 quarters play. You had Bryson Eli, Ashton Davis, both had big games. Sloan, again, the kid is a beast. And then the Kane Thompson kid is a freak. That's his name, ain't it? Thompson?
He's a linebacker, man. He's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah, he's a kid that he's next level talent.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's next level talent. All 3 of those cats you mentioned is, Tug is for real. They for real this year.
I agree 100%.
Like, people may they want to talk about them not playing these teams, that team. They ain't playing the real schedule. Let me be the first to tell you, them cats is the real deal. I don't care who they're playing. And when they're playing them, they're beating them like that.
Yeah. So
that should tell you something. They got weapons all field. I honestly, I see them and Wahama in the state title game this year. I'll go ahead. That's just my opinion.
Well, and a lot of people says Tug can't compete with Wahama.
Who I can listen. Okay, so we was down in Man this year. Wahama had come down or whatnot. Wahama had issues covering. Mm-hmm. They got the Davis kid. They got he was number 1. They got the Davis kid or whatever that can move or whatever too. Sloan. They got Sloan, yes. Yes, them, yes. Yeah, I just don't know them kids' names, but they got weapons, dude. Yeah. That I'm telling you right now, they can compete with them.
Yeah.
Preston May, I found out the other night when I was up there, is undefeated as a starting quarterback for Tug Valley. He was undefeated last year when he got hurt. He was like 6-0 last year when he got hurt, and he's 7-0 this year. So he's 13-0 as a starting quarterback for Tug Valley.
Wow.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
Myself, I think that they got a chance. But when you talk about to the people that knows the West Virginia system, they're like, Wyoming is a different level.
They're just hating, dude. Yeah. Like, people always they hate, man. Like, it's so terrible.
Yeah.
We got beat by Tug, but I've not once hated on them. Yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah. And they want it fair and square. Yeah. And they continue to do that, the dominance. You I
love this Tug team.
You can't I can't stand people and they. Like, I can't stand that because they're kids, dude. Like, what fulfillment do you get on, to hate on a kid?
Yeah.
It don't make sense to me. I guess I'm just not built like that at all. But it just don't make sense to me. These cats. I've talked to Coach Jarvis there all the time. And, these dudes have paid their dues. They bought their time and date, and they're doing everything the right way. Like what, you can't hate on that. I can't stand when I see all that nonsense out there, like they not playing these, and
that
like they're still them numbers that they're getting is a system what we have in West Virginia. If they wasn't playing those caliber teams like they're saying this and that,
they wouldn't be number one.
They wouldn't be number one. I promise you that they wouldn't be.
That definitely.
Practically a double A schedule.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they got and the thing is tomorrow night will tell you a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the one everybody's been waiting for.
That's the one that they've been waiting on. They was waiting to see what they did with us and Logan.
Yeah.
Not so much of Logan, but with us. And now Westside beat us.
Yeah.
And now they're coming in. Westside coming in with the top quarterback. Tug got a top quarterback. And they're going to go at it. So 2
of the best players in the state, and like I said, Preston May, he's not getting the pub that he deserves, and tomorrow night, I think will open a lot of people's eyes, especially if they come in, if they're able to get a convincing win over Westside in Naugatuck.
Right.
But 2 scores that we
Chapmanville beat Wayne 21-20.
That was huge.
That was huge. But if you remember, who did I pick?
Chapmanville.
Yeah.
They.
I just think with the kids as they got out at Wayne and how Chapmanville offenses ran and they got their dogs back, I knew that Chapmanville would have had opportunity to make it happen.
I found out the other night Wayne has. They told me down there somebody I know real well. We all know 4 to 5 starters out, and they're supposedly if they can make the playoffs, they should be able to get them all back
at the same time.
At start of playoffs.
Man,
if they can make it.
Why don't we need some juju like that?
Yeah. Well, Chapmanville, they're getting healthy now too. Chapmanville, they got some studs too. Robert Cook, he's the leading rusher, 488 yards, 5 TDs on the year.
That's the fast one, right?
Yeah,
he was a quarterback also. Right?
Yep, he's the other quarterback. Them Justin Atkins, wide receiver, 19 catches, 327 yards, a couple TDs. Senior receiver Andrew Topping has 27 catches for 320 yards and a score. And here's one of the biggest ones. You got Preston Kovich, 81 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. And then Eli Pridemore, who's been injured, is back. 65 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and a sack. Junior Josh Porter has 6 sacks on the season. And then, of course, you got the young stud QB Coda Dalton that's been doing his thing somewhere here. I got his stats. But, this Chapmanville team, man, when they're healthy, they're a scary team.
Yeah. I mean, they're I put them like us. They're right there. They teeter-totter wins and injuries and guys can't play, and stuff like that. When you dealt with the full deck, I mean, they're a dangerous team. I promise you they are. Their record is not what they are. I promise you.
No, Coda Dalton is closing in on 1,000 yards and has 5 TDs. So yeah, I mean that's
as a freshman.
As a freshman,
yeah.
Then
The last game was Westside 48, Summers County 22.
Yeah, I knew that they could have picked their number there.
They
had a heck of a flea flicker that game too. Westside did.
Also, had Man played too, didn't he?
You didn't have the Saturday scores on there. There was 2 games.
Oh.
Man beat 100 34-0.
We knew
they
that.
called it quits in the 3rd quarter.
Hundreds did.
Yeah,
I figured that.
And then the last one was Fairview Phelps. Fairview won that.
Yeah, they spanked Phelps. Jason Manning had a field day. Yeah. And but the one that we didn't go over, Prestonsburg. We got highlights here. Prestonsburg over Floyd Central. Let's check these out.
We did go. We wanted to say that.
Yes, it is. I did not know that.
But don't you know the district?
Nope.
But we're in the same county. Rivalry, father and son going at it, and you don't know what district.
Who bought the trophy? Not in your district. In the same county.
We want them all, so unless you want to go with the clock the second.
Yeah.
I'll be saying.
You were down here, boy. Used to that was.
The crowd would love it if I ran on tap with you right now.
Do it.
Floyd Central, win the toss, will receive. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Will take the snap, roll to the right, looking for a receiver. He'll throw on the run, has a receiver down there. The catch is made. Alex Harris from 29 yards. The snap, Holbrook will give it to the third back through. Go across the 20, across the 30, 35, 40, across the 50. Yeah, young man is gone. All the way. That'll be a 85-yard.
Tell the entire story.
Holbrook will fumble the snap. He'll hand it off to the left side. He'll break the run. That's going to be Dalton Elliott once again. Elliott will score his fourth. He'll take the snap, go off the right side. He's going to dance, and they're going to say touchdown. 26-0. A Wildcat. He'll take the snap, he'll go off the left side. He tries to score for the third time tonight, and he does. Makes it 32. Chilton will take the snap. He'll get into the end zone. Let's see. Is he?
Really neat what's going on in Prestonsburg, man. They continue the magic carpet rides. The son gets the win over the father. Just neat seeing Coach Hager have fun with it, knowing that this season's probably drove him crazy, and him get that moment to coach against his son in a big district rivalry, the battle for the county, and, end up Prestonsburg takes care of business. Dalton Elliott goes off, and you after watching that, Prestonsburg, I think somebody said they was like top 3 in the state in defense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guarantee it. With what's his Combs?
Stumbo.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting there, this win right here ended up was Prestonsburg's 600th win. If I'm not mistaken, this is the 100th year as a program, and they're 8-0. Got their 600th win, and there's only been 2 other coaches that started the season 7-0, and that was Philip Haywood and Chuck Williams.
Chuck Williams.
Yep.
Okay.
And they started 7-0, and then they got beat. And Wes Hager's the only Prestonsburg Black Cat coach to ever go 8-0.
That's crazy. Congrats,
in his first year.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's big.
And you go and look to where they was at last year. I mean, there's just something special going on. Sometimes you get these special rides, and that's what's going on in Prestonsburg.
That's big. I'm happy, because when Prestonsburg ball is up, the mountain is up. I love it.
Hats off to Brandon Patton too.
That was our rival when I was in. Prestonsburg was our rival. Pikeville was not our rival.
No.
Or anything like that.
When y'all dropped down to 2A, back then Belfry dominated Pikeville every year, and so but it's Prestonsburg. I think they got maybe not Central this week, and then they close out the season against Breathitt County. So that last game, they'll have a chance to have an undefeated regular season. And going in that, how big would that be?
That would be huge.
Yeah. But they got speed all over, man. And listen, I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons why they're doing it is because they got one hell of a head coach. Wes Hager is a great coach.
He is, man.
He's a guy that gets it. He's a brilliant offensive mind, and he gets the players to buy in.
Yep.
So that rounds out that. We'll be right back as we'll release the top 10, and then we'll go into our pigskin pick'em.
Oh, Lord.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Baldwin here at Maynard Chiropractic. For nearly 20 years, Maynard Chiropractic has been the gold standard of chiropractic care in Eastern Kentucky. We have 2 convenient locations in East Point, Kentucky on US 23 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Tuesday and Thursday in Rock City and Paintsville. So give us a call here at Maynard Chiropractic at 606-886-3737 and schedule your appointment with Better Health today.
This is Bruce Walters with Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. As you can see, we have the largest selection we've ever had of new Kias. And all the Bruce Walters Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and free oil change for life. So check out all the great deals on all of our Kia cars and SUVs. And don't forget to log into your Facebook and check out the Davis deal of the day. So come shop us in Pikeville or check us out online at brucewalterskia.com.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Start the new year off right by making your health a priority. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic can help you do just that. We have a great staff of professionals offering a variety of services like medical, dental, behavioral health, mat program, case management, chiropractic, radiology, and lab testing. Little Flower Clinic offers free transportation for Perry County patients. Call to make an appointment, 487-9505. Quantum Healthcare, 436-0711. And East Kentucky Chiropractic, 487-8255.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. Get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Craving a taste of Central America? Head to Sal's Steakhouse. Sizzle your senses with mouthwatering steaks, juicy burgers, savory chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Sal's Steakhouse, where your taste buds will thank you. Unleash the flavor at Sal's. Taste tradition, taste the difference.
If you're looking for an award-winning tire shop that focuses on customer service that's family-owned and family-operated, stop by and see our friends Jeremy and Chasta at Punk's Tires. If you have a hectic work schedule and you're looking for a non-stressful, convenient way to buy tires, take advantage of Punk's Tires Appointment Saturdays. If they don't have the tire you're looking for, they guarantee it to have it the next day. Punk's Tires can take care of all your needs in tires, wheels, wheel alignments, brakes, rotors, minor mechanic work, and more. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. Come see us in Virgie, Kentucky, or give us a call at 606-639-TIRE. That's 606-639-TIRE.
When it comes to burying a loved one, you need to make sure that they're left in the right hands. That's why you need to call Crum Funeral Home, located in Inez, Kentucky. You can give them a call today at 606-298-0602, located on 498 Kentucky Route 3 North in Inez, Kentucky. Give them a call today, Crum Funeral Home.
Eastern Kentucky understands the importance of taking care of one another. That's why after graduation, I came home. 25 years later, I've put together a team at Glen Martin Hammond Law Offices dedicated to fighting for your legal rights. When you're dealing with a sensitive legal issue, you want someone who will take care of you as a person, not just another case. Our team will help you through the legal process of Social Security, personal injury, work injury, car wrecks, wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call us today.
And we are back here. You're watching Crunch Time. David Jones to my right. I am Darryl McCoy, and this segment is sponsored by Freddie Lewis for Pike County Commissioner. If you're wanting a better Pike County, remember, in November, go vote for Freddie Lewis. And there's nobody cares about the kids and the future more than Freddie.
He's a great guy, man.
Amazing guy.
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson, we read that where goes, said Knuckles was at running back. Mike Mullen says, or no, we didn't read it on air. Jimmy Johnson says Jameer Knuckles was at running back from what he heard. James Dameron says he wouldn't be surprised if Pike Central beats Betsy Lane tomorrow night. Mike Mullen says Valley's defense has picked it up last 2 games. Stephen Cassador says, I think AJ's coming back next week.
That's
huge for Tiger fans. And Dennis Lafferty says AJ needs to come on over to Martin County. And Joe Kinzer says the 77-yard punt return by Aiden, still trying to figure that penalty out.
Me too.
Joe Kinzer says Tug is very legit defense, giving up 7 points per game. Yeah. And then Joe Kinzer says Wayne, 2 costly turnovers. Chapmanville batted a pass down at the buzzer to win the game. And listen, I couldn't be more happy for Coach Belcher and the crew.
Yeah,
they've had a rough few weeks.
Yeah, even though, like I said, we play them and all that,
Yep.
I'm still a fan. I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. I never knock a program or a man down whenever they're down. I'm always going to root for. It's definitely those guys that we play and that's on the other side. So.
That was definitely huge. As we sit here and look real quick, the just got word that a couple Belfry middle schoolers on the basketball team. I know we don't cover a lot of basketball here on the show, but a couple middle school basketball players, Miley Cogrove and Kiara Woolham, both named to the all-state all-tournament team.
Oh, so, Coach did a really good job down there. I think 6th grade won, didn't they?
I think so. I think 6th.
Did he get the sweep?
Not in state, but county.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, county.
Yeah.
Downstate, I think 6th grade lost in the championship.
Oh,
7th, I think, won it. Did 8th?
Yeah, I think 8th.
Did they? Well, people said all year. That was the thing. People wanted to know at the end of the day, could Belfry compete against the great teams? Because it's so watered down here. They had no test.
Right.
They had nobody to play against. So, and the one team that everybody wanted to see them against was Johnson Central. And, I think they split them with them. So people wanted to know, was they for real? Well, they got down state and they showed. But listen, Miley Cogrove, if you haven't seen this young lady, she...
7th grade won state runner-up, David, or platinum, and 8th won gold first place.
Yeah, so
that's huge.
7th grade was runner-up, and 8th grade won state.
Yeah, listen, if Belfry, that's the thing. Belfry's high school has to keep this talent at Belfry. Yeah. When you take a look at the that young group, you got Miley Cogrove, Kiara Woolham, Lexi Mapes. You can go on down the line, just a load of talent. And, it's set up for the future. They're going to have that, like next year, they'll probably win a state. They'll have a chance for a 3-year run here where they can bring home state titles. But Miley Cogrove, she might be the best player in the mountains since Kinsley Feltner.
Oh, wow.
She's that good.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's just a 7th grader, right?
She's
7th grader.
Is she 7th? I couldn't remember if she was 7th or 8th.
Let us know on here, but I'm pretty sure she's a 7th grader.
But that brings us to our top 10 here. And KJ, throw it up. Let's see where we went wrong.
Central stays at 1. Ashland and Belfry stay at 2 and 3. Prestonsburg's up a spot to 4. Pikeville 5. Tug Valley 6. Greenup County dropped 3 spots to 7. Raceland and Hazard stays at 8 and 9. And Scott jumps into the top 10.
Well, I guess the one that I think should be in there somewhere should be East Carter.
I don't think it is. I think Russell should be in there. Russell's done beat East Carter this year.
Oh, that's
And
true.
Russell's on like a 6-game winning streak.
Russell, I think last week got 19 votes as well, so they're right there. They was one vote away from breaking in the top 10, and then let's see. We all know how good Spring Valley is. They just play a very tough schedule, and Lawrence County's a team that I think we could see in that top 10 before it's over with. That they're playing really good football with Feather Off right now. And but
they got their stud receiver back, that KJ Johnson too, right?
Yeah, he's he's a running back, and he's just as important on defense. Like, the kid is a freak. So where'd we go wrong, David?
I like it. I honestly think that Westside should be that next team up in there. I don't think. They got beat by a really good Independence team.
Yeah.
Other than that, they took care of business. But
the only thing I see wrong is I think Ashland should be one. But we'll figure that out Friday.
That I'm about to say that'll figure itself out.
Yeah.
Just be patient. That'll figure itself out. But I like it. To be honest with you.
It will. The one thing like I think if you just go by wins, losses, and you go by true top 10. I like this.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's
if
where
you're
I'm
going
at.
power rankings,
If you're power ranking, it'll be a little bit different.
Yeah, I would probably put Greenup County, Raceland in front of Tug, and if I was going power rankings, but that would be my only changes on that.
I wouldn't Raceland. I wouldn't put Raceland over on power rankings.
Don't think so.
No. Now Greenup, because Greenup is a 3A, big 3A school, 4A school. I'm sorry.
Now remember, Raceland only lost to Pikeville by 3.
Yeah, but again, this is not the best Pikeville team.
That's true. You're 100% right on that. But how about Scott squeaking in there? That's
Scott's starting to get all their guys healthy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they got them healthy by the time they play.
Yeah.
but they got a really good. They got a really good senior class. This is that last bunch of those guys that was all together.
Fantasy and Branniger and and I tell you what, their quarterback's been playing really good football.
Yeah, he has.
I know he squeezed his way up to some of the top 10 stats.
Yeah, he has. I mean, they do a real good job over there. So
we'll do the top.
They ain't got my buddy Coach Fry over there. But that's one guy that I'm trying my best to get him on this mountain.
Well,
I gotta get me a little hoopty and be like, hey, I'm gonna offer you a card. And I'm talking about a coach, not a player. I was like,
you better clarify that. The
Coach Fry.
But when you take
I gotta
a
get
look,
my brother Raymond to help me with that, to lock that in. They work together.
Well, you know who's at Letcher Central as an assistant?
No.
What's the guy's name? His son played receiver at Letcher, and then he went to Nitro and
Shannon.
Scott. Yeah.
Oh, he's over.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's one of the coordinators at Letcher now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so big deal there. And guys, let us know what your thoughts are, where we went wrong. Miley's in 7th grade, so but I promise you, this girl, if there's a better 7th grader in the state, I would like to see her.
That's awesome. I have to check them out.
Yeah, she's a stud. Now, as we sit here and look, that brings up, KJ, hit it.
Crunch time. Pigs can pick 'em.
Now, as we sit here, pigs can pick 'em. I'm about to show you guys why I'm so brilliant and why you guys are not so brilliant.
What did we lose? One game? That was it? You lost, I think, 5. You're done. You might as well just get out the race. It's me and KJ.
I was already like 30 games ahead of you guys.
Wow.
Actually 17.
No lie. Next year, I'm going to have let's the graph made up here, and I'm going to keep it myself.
You have to, because he keep lying, man.
He keeps saying he's going to get, was it Ryan go back and get him?
Yeah.
Because he's getting beat so bad, he don't
No. These last 2 weeks, y'all have lost multiple ones. Not this week, but the last 2 before that. Y'all lost multiple ones, and I only lost like 1, 2, and y'all lost like 5, 6.
No, Lord.
The first 6 weeks of the season, I was getting the upset of the week every week.
No, we was picking the same. Darryl was like, I'm gonna pick with my heart. All right, let's go.
Johnson Central and Ashland. I'm going Tomcats. You just don't go into Putnam and win. Give me Ashland.
I personally think if this game was at Johnson Central, Ashland would win. I think Ashland's the better team. I think their offense. Here's the thing. I don't know if Johnson Central's line could be the deciding factor, But I think Ashland, if they can get up a couple scores early, it's going to be hard for JC to come back.
Give me Ashland.
There you go. So we all going Ashland.
Fleming County at Bath County.
I think Bath County gonna get their 3rd win.
At Bath County, I spoke to somebody earlier, and I think Bath County may have got a couple athletes to come out. So,
give me Bath County at home. Belfry at Powell County.
Belfry.
Lawrence County at Boyd County.
Give me Boyd County. It's at Boyd too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boyd.
Danville at Breathitt.
Breathitt.
Russell at East Carter. I'm riding this Red Devil train, man. They've been hot. Give me Russell.
I'm gonna go against you here. Give me East Carter.
Yeah, I'm going against you too. East Carter.
Paris at Fairview.
Paris.
Yeah, I'm going Paris. Yeah.
I watched.
Martin County at Floyd Central.
Martin.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Martin, big. I hate to say it, man, but it's just situation. There are a lot of injuries. Coach Hager has been bit by the injury bug, and this is just one of them seasons you want to throw away.
Yeah.
Prestonsburg at Knott Central.
P-Bird.
Yeah, they're going in undefeated. Knott Central's had a really good season, but again, it's the strength of schedule that really shows out in games like this. I think Prestonsburg wins big.
Whitley County at Letcher Central. That's going to be a good one.
It will be a good one.
But I'm going to take Letcher at home.
I'm going to take Letcher at home myself.
Whitley at Letcher. And Letcher secured the 2nd spot in the district with the win over Perry Central on Friday night. Corbin is the 1 seed. Yeah. And but this one right here, listen, I think Letcher right now, man, they're healthy. And I think with Kobe Johnson back 100%, I think this Letcher team is a team that can upset some people in the playoffs. So I think they're going to get Whitley. And after watching Perry this week, it don't look like that game all of a sudden that win over Perry was as big as what originally thought.
And in Kentucky now, they're not playing the playoffs with their district. They play the rival district.
Yeah, sister district. Yeah.
Sister district. Yep.
So that Belfry and Bell can meet in the 2nd round. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Because that's their sister district.
That is true. Yeah.
That's why they played last year at Belfry in the 2nd round.
Okay.
Estill County at McGoffin. Give me the Engineers.
Yeah, give me Estill. I think McGoffin's a year away.
Yeah, I'm going to Estill.
Phelps at Morgan County. That ought to be a good one.
Who'd you take? Estill.
Phelps at Morgan.
Morgan. I won't pick Phelps.
You went from not picking against them. You went from not picking against them to now you're saying you're not picking them.
But you know how real I am.
Yeah.
I've said it before on certain other people or teams, whatever, who has disrespected me, right?
Yep. No, and you did get disrespected on Phelps. So.
Don't disrespect me.
Yeah, listen.
I'll show you no love. They're lucky they're even on this list.
Now, who they play? Yeah, I'm going Morgan County. Yeah.
Now, I ain't talking about the basketball program.
Yeah.
Give me Morgan County. Corbin at Perry Central. Corbin big.
Corbin.
The Corbin.
Betsy Lane at Pike Central. Pike Central's healthy, guys.
Give me Pike Central.
It don't matter. Betsy Lane's winning this. Gerald's going in there, and he's going to bust some tail.
Give me Betsy Lane.
Nah, I'm going to go Betsy Lane.
You going Betsy Lane, too?
Yeah. I like McCutcheon. I was just joking around. I like his McCutcheon.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
He's a freak.
He's hard for anyone to control, you know.
And listen, one of the most underrated defenses they are. You got Weston Harris, Cole
that's
Lafferty, you got Ty Isom. I mean, you got playmakers all around the field.
You sure do.
This is a very good Betsy Lane team. They just, honestly, it's discipline. You know, if this team would get disciplined, this Betsy Lane team could do monster things. But there's always too much tomfoolery going on at Betsy Lane, and that's what prevents them from winning ball games. It hurts them in games, and then I'll stay off that. But listen, Betsy Lane, they got a great coach, a great coaching staff, and they got studs all over. They're winning this one.
Hazard at Pikeville.
It's at Pikeville?
Yep.
Is Anthony back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pikeville.
I'm going to go.
It's not going to be by a lot, though, I don't think.
I'm going to go Pikeville, but I do think Hazard.
I think Hazard can actually win, though.
This is the game.
It's going to be hard going into Pikeville to get a dub now. That's a big reason why I'm picking Pikeville.
Listen, at the skilled positions, now you take Brendan Anthony out of it, Hazard's probably got the three.
Trust me,
listen,
I know.
At quarterback.
I just don't know if anybody
Who's got the advantage at quarterback?
Oh, hands down, Hazard.
That's what I think. I think Pelfrey, even though Duty is
he's a stud.
Yeah, he is a very good stud.
Yeah, Pelfrey's just on a different level.
Yeah,
man.
he's a big Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes, he is.
And then you take receiver. Gavin Johnson's the best receiver on the field.
Yeah,
and that's taking nothing away because listen, Mikey Hager is great, and so is Braden Hall and Coach Long. I mean, they got a slew of receivers there, but Gavin Johnson is a freak athlete. Then Memphis Blankenship in the backfield. You didn't get to see him the other night, but that kid is good. So and then you look at the defensive lineman. Kenyon Higgins is a monster. I mean, this kid is a problem. I just don't know. Yeah, I think Hazard has got probably 4 of the top 10 players on the field, but I think Pikeville's got the rest.
Yeah. Who'd you get, KJ?
Pikeville. I think Pikeville by 3 touchdowns. Nicholas County at Raceland.
Raceland.
Raceland
will win the district if they beat Nicholas County.
Greenup at Round.
Greenup.
Yeah, Greenup big.
East Ridge at Shelby Valley. Leslie at Somerset.
Somerset.
Yeah. Somerset.
Lewis County at West Carter.
West Carter.
West Carter.
Logan at Chapmanville.
Chapmanville. That's a big rivalry, isn't it?
Huge
wow.
rivalry game.
Wow.
You know, listen, if you're talking about a game that they could drop, this is that heated rivalry game that, you know, you could throw records out the window. You know, but I just think Chapmanville, they're going to have all the momentum in the world coming off that Wayne victory.
Scott at Man.
Scott.
Yeah, I'm going Scott big.
Mingo Central at Rome County.
David, don't pick this. I think it's a situation. I think Mingo can, but I don't think they will. I think that they got to prove me right first, KJ. And you know, I at the end of the day,
they got to prove me right too.
Well, you know, at Mingo Central, you know, you guys played Independence tough. You've been right there in every game. We know the offense is there. You know, we know that you got probably the best running back in 2A. But you know, they still got to clean up the nonsense. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I think it's a situation where, you know, Roane County, I mean, I don't think they're quite as good as Indy. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah.
They haven't played the strength of schedule at all. Nowhere near Indy has.
So I think they're primed for the picking, and you know, this is one of them where Mingo could, you know, their backs are against the wall, me against the world attitude. They're playing for the playoff lives.
Yeah, but Roane is coached very well. They're like a Belfry. They're very disciplined, and you know, they run that wishbone and wing T, you know, and they just pound you too. And you know, they're a well-oiled machine. Put it that way.
Well, right now, you know, in a situation like this is one of them, you know, a team like Roane, I think you got to mix the playbook up a little bit. You talked about a fake punt. You know, I think you know, this is one of them games where, you know, everything's on the table.
We're not holding back these last games. We got to.
That's it. If they win this, all of a sudden, Mingo, you guys win this game, everybody's taking you serious.
Oh, yeah.
But I just, until they prove me right, I'm taking Roane.
Give me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Don't need no explanation anymore. Give me wrong.
Got any more?
I was trying to find my place there. Early Virginia at Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Here's the big one, Darryl. You'll be there tomorrow night. West Side at Naugatuck.
Give me Tug.
Give me Tug too. Kristen May, man, I love him. He's a gunslinger. I love watching him play.
Listen.
He's got that Brett Favre mentality. If there's three guys there, he's going to try to fit it to the receiver.
Yeah. And I think it's a situation. I think, you know,
Hey, it's hard coming into Naugatuck.
It is very hard, but you know, again, Westside. I think Westside's played a, you know, reasonable schedule this year. You know, I think Westside.
How Tug put what 40-60 up on them, or something like that last year.
Yeah.
That was at Westside.
Yeah, at Westside, I think that, you know, listen, Caden Vance, you know, is he the best player on the field? That's yet to be seen. But
I just think, you know, athlete for athlete, Tug got that.
I say it being at Naugatuck's the difference maker. I'm taking Haiti Ford and the Panthers.
It's going to come in between the lines.
Yeah.
That's what's going to make the difference, the line play.
And Tug's got a really good defensive line.
If they can protect Vance, he had the advantage. They can protect Preston, he had the advantage. And then you just got to pick your poison when you come to Eli.
Yeah.
You gotta pick your poison, boy.
I'm going with Tug. I'm riding Tug. You know, they're not beat yet, and you know, until somebody does it, then I'm rolling with them.
Ripley at Wayne.
Ripley.
Give me Ripley. With all Wayne's injuries, man, I just can't pick him no more. Give me Ripley.
Yeah, that's one. I'm gonna take Ripley.
Spring Valley at Woodrow
me Spring Valley.
Yeah, I'm going Spring Valley. Actually, trying to think.
Give me Spring Valley because he knows more about the West Virginia side than we do.
Give me Wayne in that Ripley Wayne.
Are you sure?
I think they get back on the winning track.
Are you sure?
No, I'm positive.
He might have some inside track, David, that he's not telling.
I know Ripley.
So let Wayne starters go back?
Let him keep that.
Ripley, believe it or not.
Now, let's jump over to the college side. Auburn at Kentucky. Kentucky is a 2.5-point favorite.
Give me that.
I think they fell apart, man. I think they've
Oh, here we go. You done jump.
And Florida's
You sound like a farewell fan. Boom. I know you're not.
Florida might be the worst team in the SEC, and you get beat by 24 touchdowns.
At the Swamp.
I don't care.
Man,
they played out here.
Dude,
Central.
Listen, I played at the Swamp. It is
Give
crazy.
me the Tigers.
I am ready for basketball. Go Auburn.
I'm about to throw
I'm ready for basketball. Listen, I've done jump ship.
I say you're farewell. I'm dealing with these farewell guys here. We got a puke guy behind the camera here. And we got the.
Hey, we have a better football program than you all have. Y'all used to have some kind of say so.
Y'all don't even talk to me about it. Don't even talk to me about football.
You can't touch us in basketball.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man, 10 years.
How many titles you guys have? How many titles do you guys have? Exactly. Look at him studying. All right, then we're not gonna talk about it then. We're not gonna talk about it then.
Nebraska at Ohio State.
Ohio State. I'll take those points. 25.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Give me Ohio State. West Virginia at Arizona. Arizona is a 3-point favorite.
Give me West Virginia. I think they're gonna bounce back.
I think they gave up too, man. I really do. Give me Arizona.
I'm going West Virginia.
Morehead State at Dayton. Dayton's a 14.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I gotta go with Dayton in this one.
Give me Dayton.
Yeah, Dayton.
Bethel, Tennessee at Georgetown. Georgetown is a 2.5-point favorite.
Give me Georgetown. It's hard to play at Georgetown.
Yeah, give me Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown.
Bluefield at UPike. UPike is a 19.5-point favorite.
I gotta stay with my. We got some guys getting recruited heavily by Bluefield, so I'm gonna go Bluefield. UPike ain't been in my inbox. So I'm sorry.
There you go. Yeah. Hey,
I'm going Bluefield all day, and I know one of their coaches watch our stuff. So
I'm taking the Bears.
I'm going Bluefield because they love these Southern West Virginia boys.
Listen, Bluefield, they're about to get it handed to them by the Bears.
We shall see. Bad news, Brett, coming on defense, leading team in tackles, and the Bears.
We shall see.
That rounds it out. All right, guys, we'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we got what everybody wants to hear, and that's the Massey ratings, and we'll also get you caught up on the stat leaders. Come right back and join us here on the Crunch Time.
Mingo County Family Wellness Center provider Amy Cogrove and their new provider Caitlin Alley specialize in primary care services. They do offer DOT physicals, treatment for diabetes, COPD, treat anxiety and depression, hypertension, and many more primary care needs. They have also added new services like weight loss with semaglutide injections and lipomino shots. So stop by today for all your medical needs. We look forward to seeing you. When you lose a loved one, you want to be able to grieve in peace without having to worry about that heavy funeral home bill over your head. Come see us at Cogrove Funeral Home and let us help you through your trying times.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-4644
3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
And we are back here on Crunch Time. Guys, hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up. This segment is sponsored by Colgrove Funeral Home. If you're looking to bury a loved one, make sure you go see Cameron Colgrove. One thing I like about him is all the work he does in the community. Listen, if he will find a way to make sure everybody's loved one gets buried at a good price and that you can grieve your loved ones without breaking the bank.
Joe said it's going to be 94 at kickoff in Arizona.
True. Dang. Well, Joe Kendra says go ahead and pick Hazard, David Jones. Dylan Story says got to give it to Hazard. Matthew Newsom says Pikeville by 20. James Dameron says Hazard got beat big at Raceland and Pikeville beat Raceland. I say Pikeville by 14 or more at least. Joe Kendra says Chapmanville's Dalton goes over 1,000 yards.
Oh, wow.
And Joe Kendra says win number 100 coming for the Miners. Biggest upset in regular season history on deck. And Mike Mullen says David will take care of business this week. Joe Kinzer says Tug Valley over West Side. He says Ripley hasn't beaten anyone good, Joe says.
They beat Point Pleasant.
Then Janice Roden says David show them guys how it's done. You are going to shock everyone by taking that win. And then of course Joe says it's 94 at kickoff. So as Massey ratings coming up, so let's bring them up here. This is what everybody wants to hear, the Massey ratings.
I don't. They've been against me now.
Well, you had them for a year in your back pocket. Johnson Central.
I think the checks got bounced.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, my checkbook bounced on
that's because you don't bank at Logan Bank Trust.
That's it.
Yeah, because they would cover that check for you. The Johnson Central at Ashland. Anybody guess what the spread is?
Ashland 14.
Johnson Central, I'll say Johnson Central 10.
Ashland 7.5.
I said I need to flip that.
Yeah, that's surprising because I thought Johnson Central would be the favorite.
Yeah, I did too.
I knew Ashland would be favored.
Fleming County is a 28.5 point favorite at Bath.
Oh wow.
Too high, too low.
I'll pick Bath.
Yeah.
I think it's too high.
No, I picked Fleming, didn't I?
We all pick
Bath.
You
can't look at these Massey ratings and change it.
Right.
And then Belfry at Powell County. Pirates 36.5.
I was about to say 35.
The Danville at Breathitt. Bobcats 29.5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Let's see. Russell is a 1.5 point favorite at East Carter.
I figured that game would be about a pick, and that's about what it is.
I think it's too high. I think I picked East Carter. I think East Carter by 6. The Paris is a 36.5 point favorite at Fairview.
I'd say more.
Yeah. The Martin County 33.5 point favorite at Floyd Central.
Probably more.
Say.
The Prestonsburg 31.5 at Knott.
More.
I think that's too low. Whitley County is a 20.5 point dog at Letcher Central.
I figured maybe 10 Letcher. That's pretty high to me because Whitley's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's too high.
The Phelps is a 28.5 point dog to Morgan County.
I thought maybe like 14, 20. Both of them's pretty lower echelon.
What about you, Coach Jones?
No comment.
No comment. I got a couple of kids that played for me up here that transferred up there, and I really think highly of them. So
Right.
no comment.
Corbin, 39.5 point favorite at Perry Central.
All right.
Yeah.
Betsy Lane, 4.5 point favorite at Pike Central. Both.
They're giving Pike Central some love there. I think they'll be a little higher.
I think it needs to be higher. Hazard is a 33.5-point dog to Pikeville.
I said 3 touchdowns, so I think it's too high, but I can see it happening. Racing will be has everybody like 40
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I will be racing. I mean, if you play
I
games,
agree.
you know, like that, I mean, that's probably where they're getting their numbers at some of these games. They look and see who's played who's what they played out of league.
I don't know. I think it's a little high.
I said 3 touchdowns.
Raceland is a 40.5-point favorite over Nichols County.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about Nichols.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Greenup 33.5 at Rowland.
Yeah, probably more.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a 50-point game. Shelby Valley 35.5-point favorite over Eastridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
The Somerset is a 34.5 over Leslie County.
I think it's a little too high.
I do too.
I think Somerset by 3
Yeah.
touchdowns maybe.
Yeah, because Leslie can score.
Yeah.
West Carter 35.5 over Lewis County.
Yes, Lewis County's beating up, man.
Okay, how about this? Chapmanville and Logan, both 2 and 5. Tigers are a 28.5-point favorite.
In a rivalry game, man, I think it's too high.
Yeah.
I don't care. In a rivalry game,
It can be.
it don't matter.
Right.
You throw out records. And
Yeah.
It's just
You
every-
throw that out to
There's
the
a
water.
different emotion to a rivalry game.
Scott 34.5-point favorite over Man.
Yeah.
Okay, Tulsa 30.5 favorite over Hurley.
Or more.
And did we talk about that on here? Where Hurley and Grundy and all is going to
We did like a couple.
consolidate.
We did that last week.
Let's see, Tug Valley 14.5-point favorite over West Side.
I think it's too high.
How much?
14.5.
I think it's too high. I thought maybe 4 or 5, maybe. I think 14.5 is too high.
I mean, I could see it. To be honest with you, I could see it. I can see them. I think it's about right. They can score. Tug can score.
Wayne is a 22.5-point favorite over Ripley.
What they noted, I don't know.
Well, I just picked you.
I guess Joe had it hit it something like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, Ripley. I watched them play. Of course, they played Point Pleasant and
yeah.
And
Don't
stuff.
they have like a stud running back?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're solid. They're big.
Spring Valley 20.5-point favorite over Woodrow Wilson.
That's another game I didn't know nothing about. Woodrow's.
Woodrow Wilson's 5-2 on the season. Spring Valley's 4-3.
Spring Valley
If
is.
they get the kids out of Beckley, now what schools are up there? I mean, there's athletes all over Beckley.
Yeah, they
So
are.
where does the kids go to Beckley? Do they go to Woodrow?
They go to Woodrow. They go to.
In Independence up that way? So
Indy.
you got Indy here,
They
Liberty
go-
Raleigh. And,
Yeah, they don't go to Liberty Raleigh. They go Shady Springs.
okay, Chase Springs.
Yeah.
Now, Roane
That's a lot of
County.
injuries.
Yeah, Roane County 16.5 over Mingo. So that's close.
They're giving Dave a little
Yeah.
love this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Got Indy, what, a 30?
Yeah.
That check cleared.
Yeah, is that what it was? Is that what it was?
Dad got paid the other day.
Yeah.
That check cleared for him.
The Roane County 7-0 on the season. So
I think number 1
Yeah, they're
in the WBSSAC, they're 1.
yeah,
because Williamstown got beat.
yeah, that's and the so with that being the Massey ratings there, that brings us to our stats leaders in the mountains. Passing yards. Brady Johnson from Shelby Valley has 1,911 yards, leads all passers. Max Pelfrey second with 1,794. You're starting to see all the West Virginia kids popping up now that seasons. You got Caden Vance in there at 6 with 1,500 yards, and then Preston May at 9 with 1,300. And then completions, Caden Vance is second with 111. He's tied for second with Brady Johnson. Max Pelfrey leads the list in completions. Passing touchdowns, Caden Vance leads the crew. Well, he's tied with Jace Manning and Landry Collette. All have 21 on the season. Rushing yards, any guess who's top rusher?
Guess who the top rusher is? I'd say it's the quarterback from Randall County. Oh, no, Zach McCourt's going to be top rusher from Johnson.
Who you got?
Yeah, that's who I picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach McCourt, 1,952.
Not even close.
Yeah.
The kid's almost at 2,000 yards.
Right, already.
Two or three games.
Yeah.
He's got one game. Ashland's their last game and regular season, and he's got 1,900. He's 48 yards away from 2,000,
Oh, wow.
and second on that list, Andrew McCutcheon from Betsy Lane with 1,600.
That was my second guess.
Yep. And then KJ, you was right. Tyson Salmons is third.
Quarterback.
Yep. And see any West Virginia kids there on that? Nope. No West Virginia on that one.
It'd be hard for a West Virginia kid to get on the rush list because they're game behind.
Belfry's Jeremiah Austin comes in at 10 with 862. Rushing touchdowns, Zach McCourt 26, McCutcheon 23, Salmons 19, and Devin Maynard with 17. Receptions. Any guess who the top receiver is in the mountains?
I don't even know where to go.
You've watched you.
I don't know. I know the kids from West Side's doing pretty good.
Gavin Johnson.
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah. He's got 63 receptions. Actually, Westside's Colton Lester has 40.
Yeah, he's
second.
He's a stud.
Caden Thompson from West Carter had 39, and and listen, half of his stats come from that one game he had. And then Carson Brenniger has 36. Kyler Canada from Westside has 31. Westside's got they got two in the top 10. Cameron Sloan from Tug Valley is at 4. Receiving yards, Caden Thompson, 898, leads the crew. And listen, that Xavier Coons you was talking about from Fairview has 515.
Yeah. I told you.
The receiving touchdowns, Caden Thompson had 14. I think he had, 7 in one game or something like that? It was crazy. Then total offense, Brady Johnson has 2,426 yards. He leads total offense. Tyson Salmons has 2,297 yards. Let's see. Anybody interesting? Total touchdowns, Caden Vance leads the show with 33. And Tyson Salmons has 32. Landry Collette 30. McCutcheon 28. And Devin Maynard 27. Tackles. We got a new tackles leader. And it is Eric German from Boyd County.
Oh.
He has 106. Jay Sandberg from Knott Central has 105. Now, Martin County did not get their defensive stats up, so Crayson Lafferty, if I'm not mistaken, I think he'll be tied for first. I think is what Joe said. He might be able to clarify that, but they did not have their stats up, so he did not get credit. Pikeville did not have theirs either, so a couple Panthers dropped out of the top 10.
I seen where the stud, what's his name from Pikeville? When we read about all time,
Anthony.
Yeah. He's the all-time leading tackler at Pikeville.
Yeah. Yeah. That's and PAT kicks. Nick Savage from Belfry still holds that spot at 43, and field goal. I've told you every week here. Best kicker in the mountains is Bo Bakken from Perry Central. Kid, listen, anything 45 and in, he's money, and so definitely a kid that the top schools need to recruit because he's got a leg. He's a kid that's got Division I potential. And that rounds out that. Did you see the fact that did you see the kid out of Kentucky that had the record-breaking performance, 10 touchdowns?
I thought I seen something on that. Where was that at?
The
I thought I seen something about that.
Well, right here, I'll have it. By the way, Kiara Thornsberry dropped 11 in her debut.
Oh, really?
College debut tonight. So just got that coming down the wire.
time.
Kiara said she scored 11. So hats off to Kiara.
Congratulations, that's my niece.
Right here, let's see. Byron Kirkland Lundy from Metcalfe County ran for 490 yards and a new KHSAA record 10 touchdowns.
Who did they play?
Clinton County. They beat them 70-44.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, they had to bully because the other team was staying close.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
he was just lighting it up, wasn't he?
Gee.
Do you know who held that record
J.J. Jude.
for touchdowns?
Was it J.J. Jude, Michael Bush?
Matt Anderson from Pike Central.
Matt Anderson.
Yep. He 8.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Actually, I think Anderson may have had it twice. May have had 8 twice.
I do remember that now.
I'm pretty sure. I know they played McGoffin, and it was an insane score 2 years in a row like that. Coach Gamble was at McGoffin then. Then
Andy Barnett went crazy.
Yep. Eastridge wore the Elkhorn City uniforms this past weekend. How neat is that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's awesome. And KJ, throw it up there. Neat things happening on the collegiate level. Check out these two former Pikeville Panther cheerleaders. As yesterday, in the Alabama-Tennessee football game this past weekend, biggest game of the week, had a bit of Pikeville flavor in it. Alabama cheerleader Elizabeth Brown and Tennessee cheerleader Cassidy Slater cheered on the Vols and the Tide in yesterday's 24-17 win, or this weekend's 24-17 win over Tennessee. We had Elizabeth Brown graduated from Pikeville in 2021, and Cassidy Slater graduated in 2022. And, just really neat to see them two young ladies on that big of a stage cheering on each sideline.
Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, that's huge.
I seen that. That's pretty awesome.
Yep, and both of them. And listen, can you name the other cheerleader that we got from the mountains on Bama's staff?
Oh, isn't she from Scott?
Yep.
She's not cheering for Bama though. She's just enrolled in Alabama.
Is she enrolled there?
Okay. She's not cheering. She's Jen Thompson's daughter.
Yeah, Lyric.
Spears.
Yeah, Lyric Spears, and she had all the cheerleading scholarships from Navy and the Naval Academy and all them. Though
I think she got Alabama on an academic full ride. That's what she went.
Yeah, so hats off there. Belfry wins the 60th district volleyball title tonight. So hats off to the Pirates for that one.
And also seen Shelby Valley beat Pikeville.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So huge.
And then you had Williamson, they beat Lenore, and Gilbert, they beat Matewan, and Williamson and Gilbert will be playing for the Mingo County Championship up here on Minor Mountain, I think Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So,
and
but
you got one more thing on here, Gary Pope.
Yes, Gary Pope picks up a big offer. Was it from Hiram?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Gary Pope, and listen, we've talked about it many times on this show, and we talked about it tonight. Coach Jones is undefeated at getting college players to the next level. Hats off to this young man. What class is he?
He's a senior.
He's a senior.
Yeah,
so
be looking for 2 more guys coming off the board the next couple of weeks, or in the next week or 2, or whatever that may be. I know they got their stuff in the other day, and they got their verbal offer already. And then whenever I always make them when they get their official, then they can post and whatever.
Yeah.
But they did already get their offer, but they'll be posted there soon.
Can't wait to hear.
As soon as they clear app administration and stuff. So, but pretty neat, man. Pretty neat.
Interesting.
Exciting.
Definitely interesting. And let's see. We'll read some comments going out here. We see Gideon Jarvis says them rivalry games hit different. Joe Kendra says
Sure
about
do.
right for Chapmanville. Joe Kendra says TV -2.5. John Dawson says who they picked to win the Boyle-Douglas game. I've not seen the favorite.
Boyle.
Yeah, well, Boyle will definitely win it. It's just by how much.
Yeah.
I think Boyle's best team is
They are.
Yeah.
Now, if it's anybody else, I'd go. Douglas is not like they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them kids is going over to Woodford County.
Well, Bradley Dameron says Wayne has a lot of injuries. Jessica Sloan says congratulations, Kara Thornsberry. Kaylin Sloan and I are very proud of you. And that rounds out that. Guys, the been a huge week in football. Just got a few weeks left in West Virginia. We got 3 weeks, and Kentucky 2 weeks.
We start our playoff November. Let's see. Our last regular season game is November 8th.
Oh wow! So yeah, coming up. I mean, just a few weeks away, and then you got Johnson Central playing their last regular season game this week.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's wrapping up.
Wrapping up, man. It's been fast this season.
It's been a really fast football season.
It really has.
Yeah.
That team must have played it pretty smart. They put their bye week the last week of the season, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they got a bye week going to the playoffs.
And then going into play, they give them hell.
Well, that's what happens when you reschedule Belfry to the first of the season.
Smart,
yeah, I agree.
That's one of the hardest hitting, most physical games you can watch.
Yeah.
So why do you want to play that in the last game of the season to have them kids, somebody get injured before you go into the playoffs?
Well, it never was. It got to where it wasn't a good game because they would set everybody.
Right.
Yeah. So, and just sitting here, Minnesota up on the Rams, 17-14. So, guys, that's going to round it out. Another episode of Crunch Time. Guys, Friday night, make sure you guys go out. We will have the Logan Bank and Trust game of the week. Logan versus Chapmanville. The D&D Sports Network Friday Night Football. Tug versus West Side. And then the Citizens Bank of Kentucky game of the week. Shelby Valley versus Eastridge.
And next week, don't forget, we'll be playing on Wednesday.
Yes, the show will be on Wednesday next week, so make sure you guys write that down on your calendars. And guys, keep the stats coming. Friday night, go support your local team. And